What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Saturday. We got a 6-game slate here today. I got it covered for you with my favorite DraftKings picks for the day, my Money 6, my Core 5, and a very cheap option to throw out there to save some money to pay up for some studs and get some good value out of him. So slap a like in the video if you're ready to go win some money here tonight. And let's hop into it. My first guy is going to be JAMESON. TAILLON at 12,000 going against Miami. Great matchup here. Great ballpark to pitch in Miami. And Miami's lineup just isn't good in general. And TAILLON's had a great start to the season. 40 DraftKings points against Cincinnati last game. And against Minnesota, another solid outing of 27. So some pretty solid, or Minnesota's a pretty solid lineup. Cincinnati is a little bit better than Miami, I would say. But very good sign for TAILLON to start the year. His K rate has been great at 32% K rate through those 2 games. And Miami, like I said, a very bad lineup, and they've been kind of struggling against right-handed pitchers to start the year. No surprise, 225 average and a 25% K rate against right-handed pitchers so far in the year. And Miami is a slight pitching upgrade for TAILLON. Like Miami's projected like around 3 runs in this game. So if Pittsburgh going to score a few runs for TAILLON, I think he'll be in the line for the win here. And it's a good sign that he went super deep in his last game with 110 pitches. Only allowed 1 hit actually in that game, so he's close to a no-hitter. So he can definitely go deep in games, which is great for drafting points, scoring as well. So 12,000. I think he's going to get around 30-plus drafting points, honestly, in this spot. So lock him in there. For my second guy, yet again, we're going to be targeting this Kansas City Royals lineup with Garrett Richards, pretty much the second best pitcher on the Angels. Or he was the day 1 starter for the Angels, so they definitely like him this year, and he's a solid pitcher, so it makes sense. And we've recommended 2 guys to the Angels the last 2 days that are getting kind of spot starts with an injury to one of their pitchers. Tropina is he was in the Double-A, and he came up and pitched a very good game with 26 drafting points. So Garrett Richards should be better than him. And then we had Andrew Heaney. Actually pitched pretty well yesterday, but he had an unlucky inning where it was a bloop single over the shortstop's head. And the left fielder, they kind of collided, so wasn't able to catch the ball, which would have prevented the run. But so Garrett Richards, he should be better than both those guys. 14 drafting points for Heaney. So I think Richards in a great spot here against the Royals. I mentioned that their lineup is very bad. And he should, like I said, he should be a much better pitcher than those 2 guys. And he has had some solid outings to start the year, particularly against Cleveland with 27 drafting points in that game. The thing that I really noticed is that his strikeout stuff has been good again this year. He had some solid strikeout stuff last year, 25% K rate last year, and a 27% so far this season. So that's definitely something good that I target every single night is pitchers with strikeout upside, and he definitely has that against the Royals here tonight. They're projected 3.5 runs, so I think Garrett Richards can go deeper in this game. He's only won 5 innings around or so I think he can go 6 innings or maybe even 7 innings, make quicker work of this Kansas City Royals lineup and get some solid strikeouts and only allow 1 or 2 runs. They're projected 3.5 runs. Not sure if I'd have said that, but he should be in line for the win again in this game. So great spot here for Richards. Lock him in there. And for my first hitter, we're going to go with Cody Bellinger, a guy with some power and potential in this game against Taijuan Walker. Walker is a pretty good pitcher, but the thing with him is that he allows most of his home runs to left-handed batters, so I think Bellinger can definitely get one off him. He's coming off a good night last night. He got a home run in that game, and he's just a very good hitter against right-handed pitchers in general. A 306 ISO against right-handed pitchers so far in his first year, and then so far including this year as well. And the air is projected to be pretty thin in this game, meaning the ball should be able to travel farther in the air, and then there's some slight wind blowing to right field, which could give him a little bit of an edge there. So at 4,100, I like the price tag. It's a little bit priced down so far this year, maybe because he hasn't shown that power upside, but he had that last game and I think he can produce that again in the spot with an extra base hit, so lock him in there. And for my second guy, another guy that has power upside pretty much every single game, specifically against left-handed pitchers, and he has that matchup here tonight against Derek Holland, the left-handed pitcher. Holland's had a pretty solid start to the year, but I think against right-handed batters, he's still very weak. And so Hunter Renfroe, the guy is just amazing against left-handed pitchers. If you look at his ISO last year, 360 ISO and a 429 WOBA versus left-handed pitchers. So he's very elite against left-handed pitchers. And Derek Holland, last year, the guy was awful against right-handed batters. He lit up 41% hard hit rate to righties and a 2.26 home runs per 9. So, like, Holland, he's had a good start to the year, but I think there needs to be some of that, like, middle ground between how bad he was last year and how good he has been this year. So I think Renfroe can break that middle ground and hit a home run off him in the spot. Like, Renfroe is very elite against left-handed batters, and Holland is very bad against right-handed batters. So something has to give here in this matchup in San Diego. It's not a great hitter's park, but Renfroe, he hits pretty well here, honestly. So it's not like it's a downgrade for Renfroe, what he's used to playing. So 4,400, lock him in there. And for my third guy, we're going to go with some more power upside. Khris Davis at 4,400. I was looking at this guy last night, and for whatever reason, when guys hit home runs like consistently the night before, or like 2 nights in a row, then it kind of makes me like just not want to go up again, because it's pretty hard to hit 3 home runs in a row. But the matchups are so good here. Maybe he does it without even hitting a home run. Like, maybe he gets like 2 doubles or something like that. But against Gonzalez, the starting pitcher for Seattle here, is a left-handed pitcher. He doesn't really strike anyone out, especially right-handed batters. So that really helps out Khris Davis, who's a guy that does strike out a lot. So if you kind of get rid of that strikeout ability for Khris Davis and he can just tee off on the ball, I think he can get a very good hard contact against this guy. And it's just a matter if it gets over the fence or not with him. And at 4,400, great price considering his upside with those home runs, like 30 and 26 drafting points the last 2 nights. Gonzalez isn't a great pitcher, like I said, and he can definitely get a hold of one in this game. So, and Khris Davis had like a 51% hard contact rate against left-handed pitchers last year. Just had some tough luck with the home run ability against them, but I think this is a good spot for him, so I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. So that gets you up to 3,600 with the core 5, Bellinger, Renfroe, Khris Davis, added up on TAILLON and Garrett Richards. And for my very good value guy here today, where he has upside to return a lot of value, Jonathan Villar at 3,000. The thing with him is that he's not a great hitter, but he has come out pretty solid so far this year, hitting-wise, a 302 average. So he's getting on base a little bit more, and he has that stolen base ability. Against Matt Harvey here, I think he can definitely get on base. Harvey, not a great pitcher at this point of his career, and Villar is a better hitter against right-handed pitchers. So I think if he can just get like a single, I think he has that steal ability against Harvey. And their catcher for the Mets, they've already went down 2 catchers, so whatever catcher they have is either going to be like their 3rd-string guy, Lobotone, or like some prospect that they're looking at in Lido. So it's going to be some unfamiliarity with Harvey and the catcher to begin with. So that maybe can give Villar a little bit of an edge there to get off the base and just steal a base in the spot at 3,000. So that stolen base, and he has a little bit of pop in him too. He's just much better against right-handed pitchers, so I like that ability for him to get on base and get a stolen base, and that if he gets like a single and a stolen base, it's already good value at 3,000, so lock him in there. So that is it for the plays. Gets you up to 37.50 remaining per player. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. 6-game slate. Let's try to kill it here, win some money. Slap a like in the video if you got anything on a value here in this one. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see if we can get over 100 likes on this video. Thank you so much for all the support you guys have shown me. You can go check out my NBA DraftKings picks for the playoff slate here today at 3 p.m. Uploaded that yesterday. Some great plays there. And you can subscribe if you haven't already to get these plays every single day. But I wouldn't know why you wouldn't have subscribed by now. Like, too many great plays coming out of here. So definitely stay tuned. Let's try to win some money here. Wish you guys the best of luck. this Saturday 6-game slate. Enjoy you guys' weekend. Kick back, relax, and just win some money here on this slate. So good luck. We'll see you back here again on Monday with some more DraftKings picks.